Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Lorwyn Eclipsed Draft here on the channel. If you're interested in a draft guide overview type video, I have that already made, but we're going to be diving in, going pick by pick, play by play, talking through everything so you know what to do when you draft this format yourself. I also have a tier list, a document that helps you do well in your pre-release already posted on my Patreon as well. Okay, Tam Mindful First Year is our rare. It's relatively easy to cast because it's got hybrid blue or green mana, which means you can use either blue or green for that colored requirement. Each other creature you control has hexproof from each of its colors. It's very matchup dependent. If you're playing like a mirror match, it can be quite good, especially if it's like red-blue, where a lot of the removal is going to come from red, so any red creature is hard to deal with. And then tap target creature you control becomes all colors until end of turn, so that can just make it like, so you can give a creature hexproof, basically. So they have to kill this first. Yeah, because only the other creatures have hexproof from each of its colors. But a pretty good card, I think. Very flexible, nice one. There's also Giant Fall as a kill spell. Deals damage equal to its power to target thing. This one, you give a creature +2/+2 and it fights something, and the +2/+2 sticks around. I'm going to take Tam, and it's not because I think it's the best card. I think in a vacuum, the +2/+2 fight something is a little bit better. Maybe. I mean, it's kind of close. But I do like that this is a hybrid card, so it makes it very flexible in the decks that it can go into, a green deck or a white deck, and that flexibility is really nice to get for your early picks. Meek Attack is a play on Sneak Attack, not a card you should be playing in draft, though, because the creature sacrifices itself. You need to make sure your cards stick around in limited. There is a Shimmer Creep. Also, Tam, the hybrid mana symbol, works well for things like Shimmer Creep with the Vivid mechanic. When it enters, each opponent loses X life. You gain X life, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. So that's pretty reasonable. Drains them for 1, often will drain them for 2, or sometimes even more. This pack is a little bit weak. I think the best card might be this Eclipsed Marrow. It's kind of not a card I want a second pick, though, because it does kind of fit mostly into the Merfolk deck. But I guess my first pick can fit into a Merfolk deck, too. It's a little bit of a tough pick. Like, 3 mana, 2/3, you draw like a Merfolk or a land for your deck. I'm not like over-indexing into these colors just because of my first 2 picks. These are kind of a weaker start to the draft than maybe I would like. Blossoming Defense was a combat trick there. I don't like to take a combat trick second, though, even though Hexproof can be really annoying to deal with. Temporary Hexproof. This pack, the cards that I like the best are Unexpected Assistance, draw 3, then discard a card, but Convoke means that if you have like some extra creatures in play, you can cast this for cheaper. I think it's better than Thirst for Identity, which is an uncommon version. Draw 3, then discard 2, unless you discard a creature. Bloodline Bidding. Creature type. Choose a creature type, return all creature cards of the chosen type from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's pretty hard to set this up, though there are some elf decks that might want to self-mill and set this thing up. There's Elder Auntie. I am going to take the Bidding, but only because I think the rest of this pack's a little weak, and I don't want to take Unexpected Assistance here. I think that would be a defensible pick. But there are cards that like reward you for filling your graveyard, especially elves. And I think like if you have something like Morkant's Eyes, which is like filling up your graveyard, and then you have like some other self-mill cards, and you bring back like a bunch of elves, that could be a good thing to do. Here though, it's looking like blue, like Merfolk might even be open a little. This is a Merfolk card. Becomes tapped, create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying. Plays well with Convoke cards. And also I can find it off my Eclipsed Marrow. There's also Marrow Sky Swimmer, so a Convoke card. So maybe if I had taken the Convoke card, I could have gone towards more of a Merfolk deck here. I still can. Lofty Dreams is a Convoke card, enters, draw a card, creatures flying, and +2/+2. I think I'm going to take the Pestered Wellguard here. Merfolk might be open. And now there's an Omni Changeling. I do like this card. I think it's pretty nice to be able to copy whatever you want, and oftentimes for a little bit cheaper. Also, if I do end up playing Bloodline Bidding, like I play like some sort of blue-black control deck, this thing is a changeling, so it's always going to come back, which is nice. Evolving Wilds is strong as well. I like Burning Curiosity a decent amount. There are honestly some decent red cards in this pack. This can get you some nice card advantage. This can be a nice 2-drop because it grows in the late game. So we're keeping our eye on red, but we're sticking to blue for now. I think Omni Changeling's actually just a really good card. Okay, so it is looking like red might be open, but also there is a chance that white is open. Late Wander Brine Preacher. Preacher or Flame Chain Mauler, kind of close. Mauler might be a better card, but Preacher lets me play the Eclipsed Marrow, which I think is valuable. And we're seeing late Tributary Vaulters. And I kind of want to try the Merfolk deck if it's open, so if I have 2 possibilities, I'll try out a deck that I haven't gotten to try yet. Ooh, and then Swat Away. So blue's definitely open. This card's really strong. So it might not look it, but like the fact that if you're trying to play a defensive deck, you can cast this for just 2 mana is really nice. You don't have to target the creature that's attacking you, which is also noteworthy. They attack you with their 1/1, you can bounce their 5/5 if they don't attack with it. That's also good to know. Changeling here. We could just play a blue-black deck and ignore the Eclipsed Marrow. This deck would definitely be better if I hadn't taken the Bloodline bidding. Wow, late Pitiless Fists. That's kind of wild. I don't think this should still be in the pack. +2/+2 is no joke. There's also Gold Meadow Nomad, which maybe plays well in this blue-white deck that I'm building, but I'm willing to speculate on this. As I said, I think this is a really strong card. The fact that the buff is permanent is really significant. The white maybe is open, but I'm willing to speculate. Ooh, and then we wield this guy. I really like this card. Safe Right Cavalry. It's so hard to block this thing. Like, you just play this in a deck, and you have, like, that's, like, mildly aggressive or can attack, and all of a sudden your opponent has, like, no options. Like, they can only block it with 1 creature. They can give itself +2/+2. It's just really, really nice. And then Blossoming Defense came back. Nice. Don't mind if I do. Red. I mean, I'm not going to get into red at this point. Furdock Core. Let's just take the Blossoming Defense. We got Elder Auntie back, but we're going to take Midnight Tilling, I think. We're just going to let people reap the rewards of red being open. We don't have a single red card. We have kind of cards in other lanes. Bloodline Bidding's not looking particularly good for us, but maybe we can get a Midnight Tilling going. Dawn Hand Eulogist. So maybe we'll try to build some sort of Sultai deck. Last pick, pretty decent red 2-drop. So maybe red was the direction we could have ended up in. So looking at this pack, I mean, we have 1 really good blue card. We have a few blue cards, but blue maybe wasn't even that open. I kind of want to try building a black-green elf deck around like Bloodline Bidding and like Midnight Tilling, fill my graveyard. It might be hard to start enabling that in pack 2, but this card's pretty interesting. So at the beginning of your first main phase, you blight 2, so it's more of a synergy enabler because you don't want to start losing 3 life every turn, but it does hit for a bunch. So in an aggro deck, you don't mind as much. I kind of want to try the Lys Alana Dignitary. It's hard to cast on turn 2, but I kind of think it could be sweet to build around this. And then there's like the blue-red card, Ashling's Command, which is pretty strong. Let's try building this elf deck that maybe is coming together. I do think this card's quite good. As an initial cost, blight 1 or pay 3, exile target creature. Great removal spell, 5 mana kill spell. You can often do this for like 2 mana if you have like something you don't care about. This card also seems messed up to me. So maybe we try to splash white. I don't want to splash white for the Preacher though. Let's just try taking this card. See what we shall see. Ooh. When 1 or more other creatures you control enter, that they entered or were cast from a graveyard, create a token. Interesting. So if they enter from a graveyard, we don't really have things to do that other than Bloodline Bidding. Other than that, in this pack, there is a Mist Meadow Council, which I like. I think I'll just take the 3-drop. It's important to remember, this is a 3-mana 3/3 that surveils 2 when it enters. That's already like a good card. The other effect is just kind of like a random upside. And now I will take Grave Shifter. It's looking like my strategy of moving into black-green is working out. Getting some good cards. Grave Shifter is nice. It's a changeling, so it's going to be count for a lot of my things. When it enters, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, so nice value. Plays well with things like Midnight Tilling. I would also love Pummeler for hire. 5 mana 4/4. When it enters, I gain X life, so I can gain 4. That's pretty significant. It might even be better than Grave Shifter, honestly. But I think I'd rather still get the value card. Okay, so would I rather have Wretched Wretch? If it dies, if it had a counter on it, return it. Or would I rather have Assert Perfection? Creature gets +1/+0, deals damage. What's my kill spells looking like right now? Currently, this is a kill spell. This is a kill spell, so not the most kill spells. Creature count's looking decent. And then there's 10 the Sprigs, which is kind of cutesy. Search for land. I think I will take this. I don't think I'm going to be able to get Wretched Wretch to work necessarily. Oh my gosh, this thing's messed up. Green is definitely where I want to be. 4 mana, 3/5. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. As long as another creature entered the battlefield under my control this turn, it gets +2/+2. So it's like a 5/5 attacking sometimes. So let's get rid of my blue cards and my white cards. And like this is kind of what my deck is looking like right here. My kill spells. I've got some like really good 4-drops. And then kind of some bad 4-drops. Okay. We got a Lissalana Dignitary to come back around. We might wheel the other one if we're seeing this one pick 7. There is Unbury. So return a creature from a graveyard to their hand. Return 2 creatures if they share a creature type. This thing, a little bit of a value play in some ways. Evolving Wilds is fine, but we're just going to take the Lissalana Dignitary. Oh, we already did take the first Lissalana Dignitary. Perfect. Barbed Bloodletter. That's an option. Or we could just take Prideful Feastling, 2/3, but it's a changeling, so it's all creature types for my elf synergies. And then there's Midnight Tilling to fill my graveyard. I already have one. I don't think I need a second one, really. I think we'll just take the 3-drop Flash Reach over the Dawnheart Eulogist. We already have 4 4-drops. And we want to have some room to get more Impact 3. Okay. So gain a life, return a creature the chosen type from a graveyard to our hand. I don't think this card's very good. Don't need another 4-drop. Sure, I'll just take the 1-drop. No need to worry about it. We got Midnight Tilling, so we're going to be able to fill our graveyard pretty well. Okay. Bristlebane Battler. So it's 2 mana for a 6/6. Enters with 5 counters on it. Whenever another creature you control enters, you can remove a counter. So that's kind of nice. Cute little synergy. One thing that I will say, early on in pack 1, I had the choice. There was this like elf enchantment that helps you fill your graveyard. And I didn't take it because at the time I was taking blue cards and I had a pretty decent blue direction going. But that card would be pretty sweet in this deck because I have 6 elves, 2 shapeshifters. So I might be able to actually enable it. I would like this card as a top-end threat. But I'm just going to take this thing, see how it does. It seems pretty good to me. Bristlebane Battler. Now there's another 2-drop for me. It's an elf, so it works with my Lissalana Dignitaries. I wouldn't mind Luminolisk. Gain life equal to the number of colors among permanents. Like gain 1 or 2 life. It's a 2/4 death touch. That's a decent sized stat line. But I'd rather get the elf 2-drop. Seems decent. Prisma Basher. So if I have a black permanent in play, I'm going to have a green permanent usually. It's going to give things +2/+2 till end of turn. 2 different things. That seems pretty decent as a top-end threat. I do need some top-end cards. Rhymefire Torque. Yeah, I don't think this is very good. It's just too hard to facilitate. And if you top deck it late, it doesn't do much. Yeah, we'll just take the Prisma Basher. I really don't think this card's good. Players can't draw cards or gain life at the beginning of each player's draw step. They lose 3 life, searches for a life before a card puts it into their hand and shuffles. If you're playing like a really aggro deck and you want to deal 3 to your opponent every turn, I feel like it could do something, but I'm generally not a fan. I'll just take the Lissalana Informant, I think, over Eclipsed Kithkin, which is going to be a little harder for me to cast double green. I'm going to be mostly a green deck, but it's just going to dig for 4 deep for a changeling or a... And I'd rather just get an elf, I think. Moonglove Extractor. I have some good cards, but I also have some like glaring weaknesses. Like I don't have a ton of removal. My top end's a little bit mediocre. But we've got some stuff. We have Bloodline Bidding, which is pretty good. Ooh, this card's sweet. Enters target opponent reveals X cards from their hand, where X is the number of goblins you control, and this is a goblin. You choose one, and they exile it. And I can cast it if it's an instant or sorcery. I would like Stoic Grove Guide. I would like Changeling Wayfinder. I can't believe this pack still has all these cards in it, honestly, but this is a messed up card. The fact that this is still in the pack is telling me that nobody was really playing black. I just kind of got unlucky not to see more black cards. I'm going to take Assert Perfection now. This card's great for me. Evolving Wilds came back. That'll help make my mana a little bit easier. I'm hoping I can use this Lizalana Dignitary to good use. I have a lot of elves. 9 elves. Vile Boggart. Sure, we'll take Scarblade's Malice. I don't really want Boggart Mischief. I don't have enough goblins to make it work. But the Malice could be okay as a combat trick. When a creature dies, I Surveil 1. That seems okay. Surly Farrier. We'll see if I need this. I don't think I will. So let's start making some cuts here. Okay. Bloodline bidding should be sweet here. So 46 cards. 17 lands still seems fine here. Because I do have a good number of 4-drops. I just don't have a lot of things above that, which is a bit of annoying. I don't really want the Heirloom Antes. Because I don't have a lot of control over my own stuff dying. I guess other than just attacking with my guys. I do have a couple 3/1s and stuff. I don't think this card's very good. Midnight Tilling. Do I really want this card? I don't really have any graveyard synergies other than the Grave Shifter and the Bloodline bidding, and I'll just kind of rely on those working themselves out, I think. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops, so I don't need the Surly Farrier, I don't think. That gives me the 6 2-drops that I want. Though this is kind of hard to cast as a 2-drop for a lot of decks. I think in my deck I'll generally have another Elf or Shapeshifter to make it work. It works with like a quarter of my deck. Kithkin Knight. My curve is a little bit low. I could cut Scarblade's Malice. And then I could cut 1 Heirloom Monty. That seems decent. We'll see how this does. I mean, it's not the greatest deck ever, but it's got some good things going on. And as we get ready for the games, I would like to shout out the NicolaiBolas Patreon. Patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Oh my gosh, this... yeah, the game's making some weird glitchy sounds, but anyway, if you are enjoying the videos and you'd like to support my content, then Patreon's the place to go. You gain access to cool bonus content like my card-by-card tier list, format, thoughts, document. I would also like to give a special shout out to those patrons who supported the credits level. It makes a tremendous difference, and I truly appreciate it. Okay, here we go into the games. 3-drop, 4-drop, removal spell. Gotta keep this. I'm just gonna turn that off for a second. Okay, drawing lands is not really what I want here. Okay. Twilight Diviner. I definitely don't want the land. This card's going to do some good work. It's going to be a menace that drains them. I just want spells here. This thing has to be blocked. This is one of the reasons I think this card's so good, though. Pitiless Fists. +2/+2. So I kill their 3-drop. They missed a land drop. And now I have a 5/5. It's pretty substantial here. Okay. So at the beginning, if there's an elf in their graveyard, you get to remove counters. So there is an elf. this guy into play. Next turn we can play Lissalana Informant and Assert Perfection on their Creekwood Safe, right? They have 4 spells in hand because, or maybe they drew an extra land here, but I think they had 3 lands in play last turn. So they're also playing an elf deck. It's interesting to see the mirror match. Their deck might be better suited. Yeah, this card could be a problem for me. Okay, that's a good draw. So they keep it on top. Wow, just all removal all the time. Definitely get this guy down ASAP. Yes, I do want that. A kill spell is just what I want, actually. This thing's going to deal so much work. It's going to get them like 4 tokens. That's going to be tough to beat. Ugh. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Really? Okay, well, that's really good for me. I'm trying to race them. Gonna exile that guy. If they make this trade, I'm not very happy. That's a great draw. Okay. They're just trying to find more spells. Oh, no. Yeah, this card's looking messed up. I'm going to struggle to beat that. Though this thing can't be blocked by those elves, so that's pretty decent. Okay, okay, I see you. That's definitely not getting blocked. It'll turn into another 2/2. He's going to drain me for 2, and then I'm going to drain them for 2. And this thing can't be blocked by their little guys, so that's good. Okay. So I can't win if this thing dies. This thing has to stick around. If I traded this thing and then they get back 6 2/2s, I could still win that game. Beautiful. I needed that damage. Might as well save myself a little bit of life. Eight. They milled another elf off of that. Is crazy. Okay. Hmm. Punch this guy. So they have to block this guy. They have to block this guy. So I'm killing a large number of their elves. That's why you double check that the thing has trample. I mean, they couldn't have killed me because they would have had to double block this. And then they have, I can't block this, but then they have 3 attackers coming at me here. I block one of them. They deal 7 to me and I go to 1 and then this thing can finish them off. So I did have outs there, but nicely done, elves. Yes, we win the elf mirror match. That is a close battle, but one that I'm happy to have won. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, we're only going to play 5 rounds with this deck because I want to make sure I can try as many different decks as possible in this early access event. But that was definitely... Your opponents definitely don't always play perfectly. Like, I don't always play perfectly. I try to. I aspire to perfection. Like the elves of Lorwyn, I aspire to perfection. Okay, we're going to mulligan this. We don't have both our colors. This is a good hand. We have our turn 2 Bristlebane Battler. That card was really good even as a mid-game top deck. The fact they can go all the way up to 6/6 is pretty good. My opponent also mulliganed because they wanted to keep things fair. I respect it. I feel alive after that win. I feel the adrenaline. Ooh, they're taking damage. They're helping me. Let's go. Lifelink is not what they want to see. Oh no. Oh no. Play creatures pre-combat to remove the counters. Then we just like desperately hope to mill an elf with this to drain them for 2. Get that sweet, sweet value. We have plenty of elves. We have like 10 elves. Decent chance. Decent chance. Ooh. Come on, deck. No, we whiffed. Oh man, that's rough. Nope, not going to attack. Give back the heirloom auntie soon. Still rough, still rough. You failed me, Dawnheart, hand eulogist. Oh man. Well, this thing being a white permanent does help because we can give 3 things +3/+3. Okay, no blocks. But we don't have double of the color we want yet. Menace, baby. Menace. If we draw a forest next turn, which we probably will because we're lucky, we can give 3 things +3/+3. This thing will get even bigger and we just win the game. So all I'm saying is if we draw a forest, we win. No pressure, deck. No pressure. Did we mill a forest? Yes, we did. We have lowered our odds of success. Okay, fair. We still win if we draw a forest. Come on, give me that sweet, sweet forest. Oh, not the best, not the worst. Okay, we're going to play this first. Protect our white creature from a white removal spell. Then we're going to play this in case one of our other creatures dies, so we can surveil one. Interesting attack. This is really funny, the way like the little stuff is going. Okay. I don't think they can get +5/+5. Let's chump block though. They could have 2 combat tricks. I knew they had this card. Good game. Also, if this had drained them for 2, they would have been dead already. Boom. We didn't even need the forest from the Prisma Basher. We were saving our top-decked forest for when we really needed it. That was a nice little win. I think we won that game in part because because I played my creature pre-combat, because I knew that they could have a kill target attacking creature that was white or whatever, and I wanted to protect my white creature, my lifelinker, because gaining that extra life was pretty significant. I think they were counting on being able to race me and then give him something +3/+3. Though I guess maybe they couldn't have cast that card for the mana they had available. Anyway, 2-0. If this deck gets a few wins, I'll be pretty pleased. I want to bring back a bunch of things with my... Bring back everything from the graveyard card. So this works with my Shapeshifter. Nice. Because it's a goblin. And they mulligan. Nice. We're off to a good start. I really want to draw a turn 2, 2/3 that can tap for 2 mana if I get an elf in the graveyard. Because I don't have an elf in the graveyard, and I probably won't for a little bit, but a 2/3 on turn 2 is still good. Nothing to laugh about. Okay, this thing could be decent. Could be decent. In this situation, the thing that I'm choked on is green mana. So I'm still going to play the Prideful Feastling first because it makes a lot of sense to do so. But in some situations, I would play the Dawn, especially because they have a 2/2 in play. But in some situations, I'd play Dawnlight Archer so that the next turn I could play Prideful Feastling with Blossoming Defense up or whatever. Just going to play Safe Right Cavalry now. Again, I want to make sure I cast the most, a green card every turn. I don't want to play this because I don't necessarily get to play Blossoming Defense. I want to make sure that I use this single forest to my as big of an advantage as I can. And once again, you're seeing how annoying this card is. They just can't block it, really. It's like, okay. Well, now they can block it, but... They can no longer block it. Okay. Kill that. Gain 4 life. They can't double block it. Pretty good for us. This thing is a really good card. I can't believe I got an 8th pick. Or whatever, 7th pick. Liminal Hold, okay. I wish I had an extra forest, because then I could have held that up, but you do what you gotta do. They're not going to let me exile an instant or sorcery with this. Having the option of 2 cards would have been better, but... And now we have our Dawn's Light Archer that we can use on their end step. Or we can use this if they try to kill our 4/4. Okay, so they're buffing up all their guys. That's fine. Can't block them really this turn anyway. I'll take 7. Let their abilities resolve before you play your flash spells. No reason not to. Because maybe they're like, oh, I don't need a creature removal spell because they only have 1 creature. Or they're like, oh, we can race them. We'll keep this other thing on top. They kept it on top. That's worth noting. There's the second forest I needed for a long time. We will... attack with both. Okay. They can play land, pump their team 3, 7, 11. So I don't have to worry about lethal on that front. Which is pretty substantial. And I have 2 lethal threats here, which is nice. Okay. Now they can't attack me, so I get to save 8 damage with my Blossoming Defense. And sure, maybe it could be used as some sort of ambush tactic, but it also stops them from... Why did it stop them from gaining 2 life? That's kind of wild. Well, they can't really block this very well. If they have a combat trick of some kind, definitely gonna target this to get +2/+2. And this. Now they have to chump block everything, probably. They could have the thing that gives +2/+1 to a few of their creatures with Convoke. But they have to single block every one of my creatures, so this should work out decently for me. And I just added a 6/6 trampler to the board. I am a little bit worried about the +2/+1 Convoke spell, but I think I can win this. Because the combat tricks, there's a +2/+2 that gives like first strike and untaps a creature. That's not going to happen. Then there's +2/+1 with Convoke. And then there's a couple green tricks, but they cost a little bit more mana. Looks like they do have the Convoke spell. The Convoke to kill an attacking creature, maybe? Okay. Okay. We will kill their 4 toughness guy. Because if they draw like another 3/3, then they could then double block this thing. They're getting a little bit of surveil action going. If they do have another way to kill this thing, then okay, they're dead. We got them. I was going to attack anyway. With both. But yeah, Safe Right Cavalry just doing the work. Boom! Our deck is just performing well. We've got some good cards. I think green-black was a good place. It was a crazy shift, though. We went like blue card, blue card, blue card, 1 black card, and then we went white card. And now we're 3-0. Guaranteed a winning record, because as I said, we're only playing 5 rounds. And once again, shout out to Wizards for the free preview access to this event so I could get this recorded for you early. I'm grateful to have that opportunity. And I think our deck is doing really well. We're getting to showcase a lot of the strong cards. Good strategies, and the gameplay has been really fun in this format. Lots of cool little shenanigans we can get up to. It's also fun in the draft, because I felt like we could get cards we wanted really late, because other players couldn't use the elf cards. Oh, what a hand! A beautiful hand! Oh, we're going to have an elf in the graveyard for you, Dawn Hand Eulogist. Don't you worry. Don't you fret yourself. Ooh, the Moon Glove Extractor. I would like to keep that land. I will keep that land. In fact, I shall. For all, why shouldn't I? Blue, white, okay. Okay. We can't attack with this into their 1/3, so we won't even try. Ooh, that's a good one. We definitely don't need the land. Do I want this, though? Probably not, actually. I'd rather have an elf in my graveyard guaranteed for the Eulogist. I have plenty of mana right now. And now I have a target for my Graveshifter if I need one. Or I can, like, Graveshifter back a Dawn Hand Eulogist once it dies. Oh, that's a yikes. It definitely makes me want to trade my stuff. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. That is a thing of beauty. Definitely trying to force through some damage before they get a chance to do their stuff. And also, I want to fill my graveyard with elves so I can bring them all back. I will bring them all back. You won't know what hit you. Okay. Don't really want that. I'm going to mill it anyway. So my elf count is currently... I could get... Yeah, I have 2 elves. Yep. Yikes, that's going to be a little annoying. So if I return creatures from my graveyard to play, then this thing will trigger, and I get a copy of one of them. I would like to trade this for the Wanderbrine Preacher before they can gain life. Okay. Oh, gosh. Yikes. Okay, that card's pretty good here. Very good here, actually. Yikes. Easiest double block of my life. It's a little bit dicey. The fact that they're gaining a couple life from this Wanderbrine Preacher is really the annoying part, though. I can bring back 1. Yikes. That's where you hope they don't have a combat trick. So they're at 10. I think I can get this back and copy it if it comes back at the same time as this. But regardless, I'm going to do a big attack next turn. Then try to bring this back 4, 5, 6. I only need to keep like 1 creature back to extort with. Or not extort with, convoke with. Four, 7, 8, 9, 14. Okay. Well, that was rough. All my creatures disappeared. Yeah, that was going to be a hard game to win. I had no removal. I didn't draw a removal spell all game, and you really need removal when their guy is giving all their creatures +1/+1. I could have won that game, I think, still, if they hadn't, like, killed me that turn, because I had, like, that big value play to bring back my stuff. But I didn't really have the late game necessarily, so I was going to have to, like, not cheese my way to the win, but, like, get some extra drains in, get them low, and they just had the right cards to stop me. Okay, there's a great hand. I finally get to see the Dignitary in action. I don't get to tap it for mana just yet, but great to play a 2/3 that will eventually tap for mana. Blue-black. Okay, so this is the deck that cares about playing things at instant speed. Okay, they mill a couple things. They played a 2/2. I played a even better card, the 2/3. This card's pretty strong. Okay. Maybe no, I didn't really mess this up. They have to activate the Dawnheart Dissident to get 3 counters on other things before they do anything. I guess they don't get to respond to the ability by removing an elf from my graveyard. Okay, they want their changeling. Oh, no, they can do it the way they want to. Okay. I can't let them keep buying back their stuff. Do I buff up my 2/2? My Menace guy. Probably my Menace guy. I think I'm in decent shape this game. They got some value here. I have some big guys, though. Sure, Shimmer Creep. Ooh, nice. So if I attack with the Ulysses, they go block. They'll like quad block it or something. I'll trade off the Dawnheart for 2 of their guys. They don't have a lot of big bodies here. And then I can bring it back. Perfect. I didn't really want them to block. Okay, sure. So they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 power. So I can kill Shimmer Creep, and if I give +2/+2, I can kill something else. Yeah, these are the 2 I want to kill. And I get to Surveil. Don't want that. do want the Prisma Basher back. Hold this in case they have a discard effect. They are flooding out a bit, it looks like. Ooh. I'm going to play this first, because that way I can give 3 things +3/+3. Just going to finish them off if they don't draw something here. Boom! 4-1 with my Sweet Elves deck. I did have fun, though. They didn't really draw a lot of spells. Let's go! That was pretty spicy. Nicely done, deck. I'm very pleased. Nice result. If you made it to the end of this video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag ElfWin, because we got some sweet elves and we got some sweet wins. 9 elves, 4 wins, 2 shapeshifters. Pretty awesome stuff. It was a lot of fun. We got just enough removal spells with the Assert Perfections and the Bog Slither Embrace, and the Pitiless Fists was fantastic. We didn't get to cast Bloodline Bidding, but it would have been sweet that one game. Prisma Basher was fantastic. Our top end cards were good. Our elves were nice. Our curve worked out. Bristlebane Outrider did some serious work. And overall, I think this was a really cool deck and a lot of fun to play. Lorwyn Eclipsed has been awesome so far. Thanks to Wizards for the free preview access so I could get this recorded for you early. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you next time.